And, oh, we've got some
Ricardo La
music.
Fortuna was the Protector's most dangerous rival. His fleet blockaded their ultimate destination. Any vessel that attempted to get by would be blasted out of the water. Cassandra wondered if La Fortuna could be persuaded to let them pass. Hardin told her about a grand poker tournament that La Fortuna was hosting. Joining the game would require a 25,000 peso buy-in.
Okay. So I noticed that I got some equipment. Probably my payoff for risking everyone's life. Oh, got a shitload of stuff. We managed to grab Paco's gun, I see. And we got the Canyon Calavera. I think 6 and 6. That is a worthy prize for Andrew. And not a fan of the Remy Borgin. I see you're a fan of the opium. Take some, medical bag, some opium. Weren't there boots? No, I didn't buy those boots, never mind. Okay. Well, got 2 new things. Beast hearing, track wounded enemies. I get the feeling that Andrew should have all of this stuff. 2 pair, plus 10 defense. That'll make him very effective. I'm noticing some load times in these screens. Okay, so gotta explore the area, huh? What's this? The pilgrimage. Let's find out what's there while I sip my beer. Man wearing priest attire greeted them. The flock said his name was Kay Elspis. He was leading these people on pilgrimage. They were currently enjoying a much-needed rest. Cassandra remarked that the beaten paths around the camp suggested they'd been camping here some time. Winston admitted in a low voice Cassandra was right. They weren't resting at all. Actually, they were lost. Aww. Bad map. Couldn't bring himself to dash the hopes of so many pilgrims by telling them they had to go back. Thus far, he had been able to convince everyone that they were still on the Calicut Trail. Excuse me. Secretly tried to figure out where it was. No. Pre-Columbian ritual, blah blah blah, according to this. Confirmed that Christianity was the world's sole true religion. Unfortunately, the map he bought from a merchant in Adelante had proved false. Now he would need to admit his failure and destroy the faith and resolve of his flock. Unless he found the true map. Yeah, I'll take a look. The Garcia Pimentel residence. Let's see. Matron Buquera Adelmira Garcia Pimentel was one of the last of the venerable Garcia Pimentel clans, which flourished in the New World for hundreds of years. Now the family was a shadow of its former glory. Complete the collection, blah blah blah. Meh. Yes, Cassandra would introduce herself. Yes. Okay, joined by scrawny figure in clothes. Cassandra curtsied. Closer look at the young man on top of a hunched, scrawny body. Had a large head with a bulging lump in the middle of his forehead. His skin was mottled and unnatural looking. Okay. As I walked in the library, Porfirio told Cassandra about various landmarks in the area, spouting an endless stream of historical facts. Although she realized, Cassandra soon realized his trembling hands which meant something completely different. He was attempting to court her. In another context, it might have been endearing. She was unsettled by the cold lump she felt in her stomach. Porfirio broke her reflections, asking whether there was anything in particular she'd like to hear about. Yep. The Calico Shrine was the crown jewel of the area's historical attractions. Symbols, fish, crosses, various three-cornered ornaments. The shrine was considered by many as the ultimate confirmation. Minor military struggle over who controlled it. When they met downfall, however, the precise location was lost to history. At this last sentence, his lips twisted in what could... Okay. She guessed aloud that he knew so much. She was sure he must know where the location was. God. He said he would tell Cassandra in exchange for a kiss. Okay, just give him a kiss. Aw. Let's just be nice. You gotta do what you gotta do, lady. You gotta do what you gotta do. I didn't enjoy it any more than you did. Inebriation. She reached the floor, unconscious on a chaise lounge. Explained that she had left him alone with a bottle of brandy and returned to find him like this. Uh-oh. Cassandra felt a great danger emanating from the Garcia Pimentel house. Uh-oh. In a blink, she had a vision of herself in a bridal gown that was slick with blood. Well, can't I just leave? No. Given a basin of hot water, premonition put her on edge. She did not want to stay in this place any longer. She had to put out the lights, but did not undress. She lay on the bed, pretending to fall asleep. From down the hall, she heard a strange snuffling moan. When it recurred, she deduced that it was Porfirio's snores. She would no longer to be sure, then decided it was time to make her move. Yep. Okay, well done. I found it. Let's go back here. Oh. Ah, crap. Should have taken the money. Struggling with the ropes, the party entered the mouth of the moldy tunnel in complete darkness. Where else should I try finding some money? Oh. Let's go to the Mexican fort. They were grateful for the respite. Hardin offered to buddy up to the grunts. Okay. Yeah, that's fine. Greeted Cassandra gallantly, offered refreshments. He excused his humble surroundings, explaining the order was maintained in this region by the private militias of wealthy industrialists. Cassandra asked how it was possible for someone like... Oh. I don't know. Commander told Cassandra that Mr. La Fortuna was a benefactor of the United Mexican City. Okay, boring. Looked around through the window, Cassandra joining him. Hardin was quarreling with a soldier. The commander excused himself. Cassandra searched the files, looking for information about her own exploits. Meanwhile, Skinfire was nothing major yet, but she did find a few stolen files. She hastily closed everything and leapt back into her seat. The commander walked in, visibly upset. Hardin got into trouble playing dice. He would overlook it, as his soldiers shouldn't have engaged in gambling in the first place. Still, he said Cassandra and her crew should leave immediately and not return. Told the tale of his gambling adventure with the soldiers. We got some loaded dice. Cassandra's skilled hands, any dice game would now be less of a gamble. Ooh. Well, that is interesting, isn't it? Let's go ahead and put those there. And, you know how to use a nail bomb, don't you, sweetheart? Did we get some cards? Oh, Black Joker. Is this clubs? Okay, so there's a pair. Cool. Yeah, that's good. Where can I fence the Calicas? Adelante? Though she felt awkward about making such a seemingly lowbrow request, suggested they find a local brothel. Uh-huh. Right and left. He was trying to fleece me. Nah, I really don't need any of these. Okay. I could probably sell that. I hate this rifle. Hate it. Let's get rid of it. Cool. Okay. What else is in Adelante? Visited the cantina. I want to know what's her plan. Her head was already starting to ache. It was only a matter of time before it dulled with pain for hours or even days. They arrived at the brothel in time to witness a violent quarrel. An older, flamboyantly dressed woman beating an Indian prostitute with a billy club. Hardin stared at the scene, frozen for a moment, agog. An instant later, Hardin rushed at the madam, landing a full-force punch in the middle of her face with a crunch. She sprawled on the floor, dazed and screaming. Hardin rushed to the native woman, helping her up. She hugged him as she cried, covering him with kisses in a way that suggested they had more than a passing familiarity with one another. Hardin motioned to Cassandra to get out of sight. Okay. Hardin and his native acquaintance joined Cassandra as soon as... Oh, so they could escape, not so they could have sex. Never mind. She wasted no time in reprimanding Hardin for attracting the attention of the entire town, doubtless the authorities. It was his duty to defend Felicia. They had known each other some time. one of her regulars. Felicia apologized for the trouble, but said that without her job, she had nowhere to go. She could join Cassandra's posse. She was a good shot and good company. Yeah. Let's do it. We need another gun. Okay. Real quick, I'm gonna pop into the cantina, and this is gonna be another no combat episode, seems. I could get a room and rest up my premonition abilities. Let's see if there's any mention of me. Great. Yeah, let's rest. Okay. So. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Let's see the premonition. Skull blazed with pain as the vision took shape. Cassandra saw a stagecoach loaded with expensive luggage against a gorgeous mountain backdrop. A vulture's cry split the air. She looked up and saw several haggard birds circling overhead. She looked around for landmarks. She was positive she could pinpoint the location of the vulture's feast. Cool. Well, that's got to be good for me. It's a crashed stagecoach. Great. Okay. Well, everybody, sorry there were no fights tonight. Hopefully next time. Thanks for watching. My name's Head Got Shanked. Have a good night.